Uh, always great to be with Anna Beaumont.
Hi, Robert. So great to be with you.
Hey, it's Monday. How you feeling?
Hey, well, I'm good. Guess why, Robert?
And why are you feeling awesome this Monday?
Because I just did my 30-minute connections at noon. That's
Yes, yes, yeah. Yes. You just hosted your first of many something that you call 30-minute connections.
yes, yeah,
And thank you for the experience. Thank you for inviting me to be part of the experience, which is it's ongoing.
yeah,
30-minute connections is every Monday and Wednesday.
yeah, yeah. 12 to 12:30 for sure. And everybody's welcome. Just take time out of your day. And I have an hour for lunch, and you could use a half an hour of it to be in. Like, what was your experience today, Robert? What would you say to people about what it is that we did today?
Okay. Well, first, just to clarify, if you're enjoying this moment this moment with the always amazing, always beautiful, always extraordinary Anna Beaumont, um, uh, the 30-minute connections is every Monday and Wednesday, 12 noon Mountain Standard Time. So just wanted to kind of put that out there, Mountain Standard Time, because I know folks on LinkedIn are from around the world. They're around the world. If you're watching this video, I'm Robert Manolson, the creator and facilitator of Powerful Play Experiences, Positive Workplace Mental Health for Teams. And thank you, Anna Beaumont, for being the inaugural guest or the first time guest of something that I call Robert's Search for Wellness and Well-being. And it's all about meeting amazing experts, just like Anna, who are ready to support you and me change how we all feel for the better. So Anna thought it would be a good idea for me to attend 30-minute connections and in fact, attend every Monday and Wednesday for the next 8 weeks, I believe.
I don't know. It's just going to be ongoing and just ongoing.
It could be it could be timeless.
It could be. I'll be in Maui or Mexico or someplace. I'll be doing it on the beach with y'all.
So I want everyone to know that what an experience it was to be with Anna on Zoom and about 5, 6, 7 other women. And Anna, you have an extraordinary ability, and I speak for myself, during 30-minute connections to move me from tension to a good place of quiet in my mind. So in the chat, I typed up when you asked a little bit about, why we're here today and those kinds of questions, I typed up less tension.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as we moved along, and by the way, Anna is spectacular. The 30 minutes is a flow of from one experience to the next. And there's no break. It's not like she ends something and then says, and now we're going to start doing this. Okay, thank you. Now we're going to do this. No, it's a 30-minute natural flow from one experience to the next. And is it intentional that way?
Yes, and I don't have anything planned, Robert. I'm just really listening to the energy of me and the group and being led, if you will, to not make it too spooky, but to really, I am used to this. I've been doing this for a very long time. So I know how to follow energy and to work it and open it and contract it and yeah, using my tools.
And so those that you're inviting to come, are we necessarily becoming attending because we're experiencing something that's getting in the way of good energy, or something that's getting in the way of flow, and you're here to, oh, I like that.
Sorry about that. Yes. Continue. Yeah.
So what is, as the facilitator of the experience, where are you taking us? What's the journey in 30-minute connections?
Good question, Robert. I think that what we did today is we started with an intention, and I talked about just letting it really drop in and not over functioning with this intention. I think, we throw boulders into still water. We need to put a pebble into still water, and we can open and trust that that light thought it can just float like a feather down into the body, and that you could feel, and I think that I could certainly feel that that was true. And how I know that's true is because my body goes, "Grrr,"
Yes.
right? My body tells me the truth.
And how interesting that you should say that, because the experience was from one part of our body, right, to the feet, right? And,
Yeah,
and I found myself, as you were flowing us through the various experiences, that's the word that I'll use, the experiences,
yeah, I love that.
how quickly, um, and I was so focused on your voice and your beautiful, the music you were playing on your piano and your wonderful bells, so focused, and on my breathing and
Mm,
on the flow,
mm,
that now that I reflect upon it, how easy it was for tension to find its place somewhere else outside the body,
mm,
have me reconnect to each part of my body and bring a sense of relaxation. It was very
mm.
cool. Any, what do you have to say about that?
Well, because I've been working with singers and been doing this for so many years, I've come up with a sort of an efficiency of how to get into the now moment. Because the thing with singers is that there's a lot of anxiety around singing. There's a lot of judgment. There's a lot. And so all of this has been about me needing to create a calm in a storm, to create some kind of like parasympathetic energy of real calm, to be able to do something that is actually sympathetic in nature. Singing is actually evokes energy and movement and passion, and it's hard. So my students and myself, this is really the work of singing.
What do you mean by that? And are you maybe you could tell everyone a little bit about the singing part of your life. But what do you mean by that? And tell us a little bit about the
Yeah.
singing part of
Yeah.
your life.
Well, the other analogy that I use a lot is that there's a building, and the elevator is the voice inside of the building. Don't you love that? And so the building, if the building is shaking and moving and contracted, the elevator doesn't move so well up and down the floors of our body and our voice, does it? Like, this is our voice. So really the work of creating a stable, still, open building body so that the elevator can move up and down without so much work. Did that come across?
And you just used the word still. And
Yeah.
when you use the word still in our experiences during 30-minute connections every Monday and Wednesday, no charge, at 12 noon, Mountain Standard Time, 12 to 12:30. When you use the word still in our experience together, I thought to myself, that was the word that I want, that I better articulated what my intention was. Less tension. I typed in less tension in the chat, but it was the stillness that
Yeah.
I was that resonated with me. Yes, and um, as we finished off our 30-minute connection, I felt so still um, inside my body that the silence was deafening.
Oh my God. And I can still feel it in you, Robert, because you and I joined together in it, and now we're activating it again in each other.
Hmm.
I can feel that. Like it's really something when when we get together and people and then you touch and when you see that person, you've like had this connection
Yeah.
that really does trickle and move and come to the surface with people. So,
But I also felt uh, a bit agitated with myself that
right.
well that it that I failed to recognize that some of the
Uh,
simple things that you um, walked us through in the 30 minutes
right.
that I'm not doing, that I could be doing.
Mm,
So there was a bit of, you know, kind of beating myself up after the 30 minutes, saying to
right.
myself, the simple act of being attentive to your breathing, Robert, would
Right.
be a good thing. Be a good thing.
Huh. For
Yeah.
us all, right? You know, these things we can take one little experience, and I love that you said the word experience, and just take it and then run with that for a couple of days. Just
Uh,
those little experiences.
tell us a little bit about Anna, the world-renowned singer.
Mm. Well, I have been singing my whole life, and I have 4 albums. And some of the highlights maybe is I've opened up for Dr. Maya Angelou at the Winspear. I wrote the World Games theme song for the city of Edmonton when the World Championships came. I've sung at the Olympics. I have toured. I'm the very first white supreme in history, and I'm in the history books. I know. These just funny little things, but there's been years and years of decades of experience with singing and my own difficulties with it, which is why I've done this.
This meaning the 30-minute connections.
Yeah, which is why I've done the 30-minute connections, which is why I do everything, is because singers struggle a lot of the time because their voice it's a vulnerability. It's a singing is like you got your building's got to be really good and solid. And a lot of the time I'm not, right? I'm just not. I'm just a human being and we're all in this together, you know. We're all very vulnerable and we're all just doing the best we can. So these are to
So,
help.
um, before we bring this to an end, it sounds like what you're saying is that 30-minute connections every Monday and Wednesday, 12 noon Mountain Standard Time. uh, um, for example, today's 30-minute connection, um, although you were the facilitator of the experience, you brought all that is you to the experience and walked away changed because of it as well.
Oh, definitely.
Really?
Definitely. I can only, giving and receiving are one of the same. I am not offering something that is not, and you know, you can like, I can only impact what it is that I am actually receiving. I can only, if I'm receiving it, then I know what the next movement is.
Oh,
This is not a, you know, bullet point thing, right? This is
yes.
listening to me and my intelligence, my emotional energy in motion intelligence. It is where we are all going, people. It is what we have to do in order to reconnect because of so much craziness in the nervous system. So, yeah.
Can you put that into simple language? I'm kind of getting it, kind of not getting it. Try that again.
Yeah, our disconnect from our bodies as a species and how we overwork and overfunction in order to get the carrot, which keeps moving,
Yeah.
if I can just succeed at this, if I can just do this one thing, if I can just do this, then I'll feel good. It's always this cause and effect kind of game, that we do. And getting off of that addiction, which I will say is an addiction, uh, is about then, well, what's going to step in? Well, what's got to step in is my relationship to my energy. So my energy is not being used solely as a way to get something that is in the future. It's got to be here now. We've got to be here now in our bodies and whatever we're in, whatever kind of difficulties we're in, there has to be a start of this connection to flow. And you said that word flow, and that was my word today when I was walking. I was like, flow. It's all about the flow, but it's a balance. Everything is in moderation, including moderation, but the focus of our minds with the flow. So I hope that came across.
Thank you. And where can people find you online?
AnnaBeaumont.com, and on LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram, Beaumont Anna at Instagram. But my website's AnnaBeaumont.com.
And that would be a great place to start to connect to 30-minute connections.
Yeah. Yeah, just go to the classes and you'll see the link there.
Robert's Search for Wellness and Well-Being. It says that right here on the poster.
Woohoo!
Woo! Thank you very much. Thank you for being the amazing Anna Beaumont that you always are, and helping me to launch Robert's Search for Wellness and Well-Being. The search continues, and there is so much that you give, and there's so much that you receive to help support you, to help support me, change how we all feel for the better. And I'm in a completely different place with my breathing, with my stillness, and with my less tension as a result of having spent 30 minutes with you. So thank you very much.
You're welcome, and come back.
Yeah, that's good. It's on the calendar. It's on the calendar.
Good. Good.
That's great. Okay, thank you very, very
Okay. Thanks, Robert.
much. Bye.
Bye.